The winner of Game 1 on Abyssal City starts to the top left in red. It's our Protoss player, and he's called
Liquid Hero.
Liquid Hero with the lead in the best of 3. And his opponent starts at the bottom right of Belcher Vestige, down a game. Only one map that he was able to win today. Is this gonna change on Belcher Vestige? We're gonna find it out. This is starting for LGIM.
LGIM MVP.
LGIM's MVP, he really needs to win here. Whoever loses this, both of them are actually 0-2 in the group. Whoever loses this has nearly no chance of advancing.
They will take last place in the group for the standings for sure right after the loss.
There's a very, very slim mathematical chance that you could end up in a weird tie, but especially with the best of 3 scenario, this is so unlikely that you should never bank your hopes on that.
Yep, I mean, even with the warnings involved and everything else, it's just like, it gets really complicated. There's very little chance that everyone's going to be 100% even. Gas again for MVP, and Hero sees it. This is an interesting map to take Gas on. I wonder what MVP's plan is. We saw him plan for Cloak last game, and then he still really wanted to do it. You saw him cancel the Banshee, then started again, save it. Then after the Banshee was there for a few seconds, he was like, ah. And he just started Vikings, cancel Cloak, and he was like, this isn't worth it.
That's a pretty good statistic for Hero. He is 0-1 in this map, a 0% win ratio.
Yeah.
Apparently for him that's really good today. Every single time that he ended up with such a win ratio so far, he won the series.
Yeah, I've started to notice that as well. There should be a stat about that too when I was up on screen. Every time a stat about Hero comes up about his 0% win ratio, he wins like 72% of the time.
Yeah, I think they would be overdoing it just a little bit.
Yep, he is ranked first, MVP that is, cumulative GSL point rankings, and in 2012's GSL point rankings. He also got an ST award after requalifying in just last week in Code for Codes.
And guys, also in this game we're continuing our trend a little bit to introduce those player Twitter accounts to you. Twitter, one of the most powerful tools in esports. So definitely show them some love and support. Hero is one of those guys who always reads his tweets and actually replies a lot to his fans. Same is true for MVP, and he looks like he needs a lot of support. So you can always add Hero at liquid_hero. And on the other hand, we have MVP with LGIM MVP. Forecasters are also happy about Twitter followers, so you can add the two of us at ProxyWolf and at Calder. And make sure to add also at GOMTV.
And add at StarCraft, of course. Give Blizzard the opportunity. Blizzard tweets a lot of stuff on their StarCraft Twitter, so...
They're actually pretty cool. They retweet a lot of the tweets where they are included that are about StarCraft or when you're at an event and post a few pictures, so check that out.
Yeah, I really highly recommend it.
They're really doing a good job with their Twitter management. I'm quite impressed by that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention something about our builders that we have. MVP showed the gas, pulled SCVs out after we reacted, then put one SCV in for a little while, so you get the faster commander out, and his barracks then put now back 3 in, so did a little bit of fancy management with his resources. Now the first Marines are going to be poked at just a little bit, and then he'll have to go away as the 2 Marines come out. Zealot needs to go away.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Zealot with 2 hit points.
That is lucky Zealot. Christmas come early.
Will we see that next go down? There it is. I was starting to get concerned. And double tech lab going down for MVP. Wants to be very aggressive to follow up his CC.
You know, for me this is actually so interesting to see that MVP is in such a rough spot now in this group. When we talked about the group, I could have imagined him taking first place here.
Yeah.
And then it was close against DRG. It was really, really close. But now he lost 5 maps already and only won a single one.
GSL total playtime 86 hours and 57 seconds.
My god.
Just barely over 86 hours played in GSL.
That is a crazy statistic. I love that.
You would actually play almost for 4 days straight with that.
31 hours only for Hero.
That's insane.
That is a third.
That was a weird force field, but he is going to lose that 2 hit point Zealot. Not so lucky anymore. Trying to pick off some units here with this Warp in.
Oh my, this is a crazy statistic, by the way. I love this. A lot of aggression coming here from Hero. Moving in
He needs
now.
to pull that Stalker back. He got stuck behind the other Stalker. There we go. Now he pulls him back a little bit better. No concussive shells just yet.
Yeah, but there are a lot more Marauders that are suddenly joining the battle, and this puts Hero in an awkward spot.
He has to wait for some shields, I think. There's no bunkers, so warping on more Stalkers. This is a really cool pressure by Hero after he damaged some of the Marines earlier on, but the next 2 Marauders should actually shut this down. I don't think he's going to stick around much longer. Oh, this is definitely not a good trade. 2 Stalkers for almost a Marauder? Definitely not.
Yeah, and the thing is, he can actually be so lucky, he's so happy that there's no concussive shell. Just think about what would happen in this fight if we actually had this
I think the
upgrade
reason why he's attacking here is because he knows it's not there. He knows Stim and combat shields are going to be prioritized.
Hero lost so much in
that
this
was
fight.
a terrible trade for him. It started off good, and then he overcommitted.
That is really horrible for him. I mean, right now we have still a bit of a harvester supply lead for Hero, but he's already falling behind, and this is really, really dangerous. Stim is nearly completed, and Combat Shield is not going to take too long either. We've seen some crazy timings just lately, where Terran player, especially on this map, tries to be aggressive and push in. It's very hard for a Protoss to use those force fields correctly. There's a lot of open space at this natural.
Yeah.
You always run a risk here.
You're very right. Hero's getting more Immortals out. He's concerned about MVP's pressure coming. He knows that medevacs are slightly delayed, but he's actually adding 3 more gates. Is he going to be the one who's aggressive now? 4 gates. I don't know how much I like this, considering he lost so much army supply earlier on.
You know, especially since now we have Stim and Combat Shield done.
Concussive shells are even on the way.
Yeah.
The medevacs being gone is an issue, though.
Yeah, that's definitely true. His take is very late, so he goes in the factory now.
Because all of his units are still low on hit points, and he's actually walking across the map with those. If Hero catches these units and kills them at Hero's base and then goes for the forward warp in with that probe he's got, this could be pretty scary.
Yeah, but first of all, he needs the supply to make this work, because now he's so down in army supply. Bye-bye Stalker.
Yeah, that even hurts his army supply even further.
MVP is happy. It's Christmas come early. Yay, free Stalkers, presents. Yoo-hoo.
Good force fields here. This is what he wants to start with. Needs to pull the Zealots back, and so far so good. He needs those extra warp-ins on the gateways he just warped in. Where are they?
He does. I don't think he has doesn't have the resources. He's lacking gas. He's warping in a few Zealots. But here comes this army. This is a lot of pressure, and so far MVP did not commit with the Stim.
Good targeting on the Immortals, though. And you know what, man? This might actually work. After all, those units are so low on hit points for MVP. The Immortal's still alive with a few hit points, gets another shot off.
Yeah, but one Immortal is dead, and now he darts in. He wants those sentries, and he wants them bad.
I think he needs to pull back, though. The Immortal is
I'm not sure.
He needs to target that Immortal.
And he does. He backs off again. Boom, sentry gone. He actually could get another 2 sentries if he targets. Now there's the second Immortal, and this makes things very, very different. But still, if you just look at the how much he killed, let's have a look at the resources lost. Hero still a few more resources lost than his opponent. MVP already following things up with another command center. But the big problem for Hero, I feel, is that his tech is not really there.
He has to end the game here, and he's got that forward piling going up. MVP, actually, this is the worst possible case for MVP. He's got no real defense at home. All of his units low on hit points, but
yeah,
he circumvents Hero here. Oh, this probe is so crucial. Now Hero needs to pull up the ramp with his Immortal. He needs to pull up the ramp with an Immortal warp and sentries. He's going to have to sacrifice his natural and go for the attack. The attack is on at the natural of MVP as well.
Yeah, and here come the sentries now being warped in immediately. We have at the low ground the command center lifting, and the force field is bad. Hero watches the force field, and the sentry is gone, and so is the Immortal at the same time. The bottom is being defended by the SCVs blocking the ramp, and the Immortals attacking. Oh my god, Wolf.
Well, Calorie, you know, these units of MVP in the main base of Hero are very low on hit points. If Hero warps in at the right location, he may be able to hold this. It's not going to be easy. He's being unpowered right now.
The buildings are being unpowered. He can't warp in with those gateways anymore. I cannot believe what we're just seeing. The army supply 41 against 32.
Probes and Zealots look like they are going to hold this off.
And they do. They definitely do.
Is still alive, so remember that.
We have 3 orbitals. No, we have 2.
Yeah, just 2. One was killed.
Yeah, one was apparently killed or cancelled.
Yeah, it was canceled. I'm pretty sure he got a cancel off on it, but he couldn't finish it. Hero, I think, has the ability to take this 2-0 now. There's nothing left for MVP. The last 4 out on the map are shut down, and Hero is going to walk up the ramp. All these units too low on hit points. The medevacs could never come out.
Hero, as mentioned earlier, is a beast against Terran these days. One of the facts that his teammate Tasia had to experience several times in the past few weeks. And now MVP, he is backed into a corner in this group.
Yeah.
He is 0-2 already, and it looks like Hero is gonna...
He's gonna make it 0-3.
He's gonna make it 0-3 and kind of seal MVP's fate. Terran players all over the world have tears in their eyes as MVP drops down to 20 supply.
He will
have to GG.
He will take the last place spot in our current standings. Taking out the last of the Marauders. MVP is crushed here. And he's fighting into his last, but GG.
A sad day for Terran, a sad day for MVP, a great day
For Liquid
to be
fans.
Hero.
Yeah.
He still has hopes of advancing here. He takes the series, is now 1-2 in the group, and MVP being on 0-3. Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. I don't think very many people expected this type of result from him. I know I certainly didn't.
Me neither. I did not expect this at all. I thought MVP would be able to leave a footprint in this group, but he wasn't able to do that. So, guys, MVP is basically out. I mean, mathematically speaking, there is like a 0 point something chance that we have the same overall score.
We'll
and
talk
the same
about
map
that
score.
if it happens, though, so just count him out.
He is down. He's at -5 maps.
No one get a single map in that series.
Yeah. No one is even close to that. Actually, I think Hero is the
closest possible one,
and Hero
and
is
he already beat him,
even.
so
Hero
it
is
doesn't matter.
even, exactly. So in map scores, MVP, even if he's tied with other players here, the map score alone is gonna crush him. So it looks like MVP will not be able to advance. 3 players out of each group will get a shot here. And the next game that we have is a Zerg versus Zerg, our first mirror match of the day, with DRG up against Lenok.
Should be pretty exciting, but before we go into this DVZ, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break, so get on the internet, tell your friends about this tournament. We'll see you guys soon.